Good morning, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate it. I feel like the majority of us just celebrate the togetherness and family and things like that. I think we all kind of know the story of Thanksgiving is pretty much not true. But I digress. So, my goodness. Your pre-shuffle. I almost did a reading last night, but I was too tired. I was like, no, I'm going to bed. I'm taking advantage of this. A few days off, so excited. Yay! Oh my god, I got so aggravated at work the other day, and very rarely do I get hot, red face, aggravated. It's because I panicked. I couldn't find a credit card slip. My manager was trying to do the paperwork for the day, and I was like, oh my god, and I had so many orders to put in, and I'm like, I know it's here. But I couldn't think, my brain was short circuit, and I'm like, I just can't look for it right this second. I had to get some of the stuff out of my way that I had to get done before we left at noon until Monday, and then I was like, okay, as I was kind of doing that, I was able to think, okay, what could this be? And we thought we found it, but then I actually found it. Oh no. The day I was trying to find it, we weren't leaving at noon. It was the next day. So yesterday, as I was getting through orders and stuff, I found it. I was like, I knew this was here, because I did lose one last week, and I don't. I'm pretty, it can be chaotic in the lab, because I don't have time to, I'll write up an order, and I have someone else waiting for me right away, so I'll have to, take that paperwork and put it back in a tray and just leave it and, process it later. Well, they stack up. And then I have the orders that are coming in that I have to then process and then call people, so it's which one is a priority? This week it was getting the ones in process so people could get them before Thanksgiving, But then I have I have to shovel through the ones that are going in now, It's fine, it ended up okay. But whoa. I was so aggravated with myself. But it was okay. It was okay. I did lose my patience. I hate that feeling. Alright, so for your Thanksgiving reading, guys, tomorrow's my birthday. Woo woo. I'll have to do a birthday reading. I'll do a birthday reading. I'll have to do my own in the morning to get my energy out of the way. But then I'll do, because it's fitting at the end of the year anyway. In the birthday reading, I have, the spread is the next 12 months, so that will be fun. Okay, so something for somebody out here. You have something that you're passionate about, on your mind, but going after this thing is giving you kind of anxiety, making you feel uneasy, etc. About taking the first steps. You're feeling almost restless, you just want more out of life, even though on the surface it may seem like you have everything put together, everything you want, everything you need, it's not an issue, materialistically anyway. I think what was coming through is the restlessness is coming more so from a sense of loss of self, in a way. I think what you thought your life would be is very different than what it is. Not bad, not worse, you know, just different. Like maybe you never really wanted kids, you didn't think you were gonna have kids, but now like you have like 3 kids, you know, a mortgage and a dog, and it's like you might be feeling a little like trapped in a way, kind of a little claustrophobic. I was feeling like an anxiety attack almost. But I think it's like this loop, because then I think you feel like guilty because like you are grateful for the life you have and the abundance you've been kind of given. So, and work towards, I'm not saying given, you know, but you never really, so that makes you kind of like never really go after filling that space for yourself. And now it's kind of becoming like a little unmanageable, and maybe it's like confusing you because like, what, I don't want anything. So you feel like, you know, you want to go after something, but you don't even know what it is. That's what I'm feeling. Like you feel, again, like restless keeps coming to mind. Maybe you've tried different things. Maybe you've done different like group things or classes or, you know, something like that. And, you know, nothing really feels right. Nothing like clicks. So you feeling like this sense of like loss, like you're like searching for all of these dreams you kind of put away for later. You can't remember where you put them. You might not remember what they were, but all along you've been carrying them around, you know, adding like one at a time to the weight of your soul, pretty much until now. When it's all of a sudden showing like the toll of not caring for your dreams will cause eventually. So I think you're starting to try and figure out, you know, try and figure all this out. I feel like you've had like a core life change that maybe is or will be like slowing down your pace a little bit, like less responsibility on your shoulders, maybe like bringing up more space for you to do this type of reflection where maybe you once were like distracted with something. I feel with like the underlying fear of kind of ruining the view you have because it is so beautiful. You know, you don't venture out to see kind of like what's really around the bend, just in case. So what I also heard, this kind of like quote that kind of came through at the end was, still water becomes stagnant. You need movement to thrive and cleanse the sediment in your heart. So what came through to me is, one, you could be a water sign. You don't have to be. And two, possibly heart chakra. You might need to work on. Yeah, but you're stagnant. Bottom line, you're restless and stagnant, and your like inner child, your spirit is trying to like get bored and like swing their feet and hang upside down on the couch. Like, can we please go? Can we go outside? And you're like, no, I don't know what's outside yet. And he's like, please. I just want to go. We'll sing in the sunshine. We'll laugh every day. So, what I'm going to do is a spread that is pretty simple because I don't want to. I'm also going to do the pendulum board. So, yeah. So that's why I picked kind of a simple spread. But I wanted a spread I didn't just want to wing it. Because I did get a lot of messages, obviously, from the pre-shuffle too. So this is going to be troubleshooting. So it's basically your current energy, what's on your mind, why is this on your mind, what's the cause, an obstacle or issue, conflict, etc. What is creating this obstacle, issue, conflict? What's your best course of action for a solution? Advice or guidance, and your possible outcome. I think I'm also going to add a little message from your future self in there too. I just like to do that. All right. I like this little oracle deck because I don't have a book to it, so I have to just look at it, and they're pretty detailed pictures, so it's I like it. I like that I don't have a book. I got it at a little consignment shop. All right. We're going to start with this other little oracle deck. I'm going to use that other one I was showing you. It's more of like a clarifying type of thing. It's going to be a long one. But it's multifaceted, you know? Okay. Do I believe I am worthy? You are worthy, you are deserving, you are loved. Start seeing the divine beauty within you and go out and claim the life you have dreamt up. Your crown has been bought and paid for. Put it on your head and wear it. For a big goal or dream you have, ask yourself, do I feel worthy of this? And today's mantra is, I am worthy of it all. Perfect. All right. So, there's the green decks today. So I'm going to lay them out. How is this spread into green? Thank you, Spirit. I'm going to lay these cards out. For the spread. And then we'll see what's going on. Five of Earth popped out. Nine of Water. Okay, Spirit. So, I don't know if you heard me, but I am going to lay them out. But thank you. Appreciate you. Okay, thanks. Bye. No, I'm kidding. How did that happen? I couldn't even have done that again if I I tried. I got my bell stuck in the notebook spiral. Thank you, Spirit. I know the messages are in here. Let's get them. And one from future self for good luck. I don't know if it's for good luck, but maybe. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the Hermit, Virgo energy. Alright, your current energy is 6 of air. Wanting to get away from something uneasy, toxic, chaotic, or the feeling of such things. What's on your mind? Yeah, what's coming in for your future? You know, thinking about if you move forward with dreams and ideas that you do have, with what is going to be the return. Why is this on your mind? What's the root cause, etc.? 3 of Earth. What I'm taking of the 3 of Earth, so that would be like the 3 of Pentacles. Sometimes it can be like the Apprentice card, sometimes it can be working together. It can be like people admiring you for your work. And I think that's kind of what it's leaning towards, is more of like you all of that kind of together, like you want to perfect your craft in a way that people will admire you for it. Yeah. And you're wondering about it. This is so going with the pre-shuffle. I hope I'm not projecting, but I don't feel like it. The obstacle, issue, conflict. The world. Oh, yeah. That would be, you know, like we talked about in the pre-shuffle, like the world as you know it would be kind of changing in a way. And like you have everything you want. You have the world in the palm of your hand type of feeling, you know? That's the conflict, is like you already have it. Or you feel like that way. Alright. What is creating this conflict? Ooh, call. I don't know what that is. But it must be like your call to like your passion. What's Whoa, okay. So this is what is like creating the conflict, kind of creating the obstacle, so to speak. Um, Purpose and true prosperity. I have everything I need right now to move forward with purpose. I'm being called into a deeper and more authentic relationship with myself, with my higher power, and with others. I am here for a reason. I'm required to step forward into my true self, expressing that through my actions. I need to trust that my life has purpose and that I am enough. That within me is a divine blueprint that has meaning for myself and others. Whoa. Oh my God. You guys, that is legitimately what I just said. What I just said in pre-shuffle. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. Best course of action for a solution. For Earth. You know what? Why don't we see what it has to say about that too then? For Earth. I feel like it's wow, okay, yeah, this is perfect too. Usually I don't even look at the books. This one is even if I feel shaken up and I am unable to understand why things happen as they do, I know for certain that the divine order manifests in all aspects of my life. What I have built rests on a solid foundation, so there is no need to fear. While it is true that it is true that nothing is permanent in the material world, I find security in the existence of a divine plan. Spirit is always there to remind me that I am exactly where I am meant to be for my highest good and my highest good of all, and that I always have abundance available to me. Don't be so worried that you're going to lose everything by letting go of a little bit. That's what I'm getting from that. I use this analogy a lot. It's like poo with the honey pot, right? If you're so afraid to let go of the honey because you don't want to lose it, but you can't get your hand out of the jar, then you don't have it at all anyway, right? But if you let go of it, you can pull your hand out and then you can drink it all. So I think you need to loosen your grip on things a little bit and kind of let things flow a little bit more. I think you're trying to control something that's uncontrollable right now. Guidance. Yeah, let it flow. Just kind of go with what feels right. Go with your intuition, what feels right to you, and you'll know. But flow like the water. Don't. I feel like there's like a franticness of like you have to figure this out, and you don't have to figure it out. You'll know. You know, you might be overlooking something that is like a gift or something you're good at or your talent or your purpose or whatever because you're looking past it and you're looking at everything, but it's like here, it's there, you just haven't gotten there yet. Possible outcome, you know, taking the steps to go after that cup that's missing. But I think you need to work on those chakras and like ground yourself first. Get out of the air so much. Yeah, bring yourself down a little bit. Hermit, go with really self-analyze. Figure this out. What is it that you want to do? Your heart's calling you to do something. But either maybe you keep doing everything else but that thing because you're afraid you're not going to be able to do it and you don't want to find out you can't. Or you don't think it's an option, but you should try. You should. You know, it's weird. It's one of those weird things. I feel like you're trying things you shouldn't, and you're avoiding things you should, and it's confusing you, and it's making you have less confidence in yourself because you feel like you're not good at something. You know what? But fish can't climb trees. Okay, so just because you can't climb a tree, maybe you're supposed to swim, right? Okay. Message from your future self, 7 of water. Yeah, don't spend so much time trying to make a decision that you get lost in the details and confuse yourself. You don't have to know everything before you do it. You don't have. We didn't know anything when we were younger. Nothing, and we just did it, right? Sometimes you just can't know the answers. I don't like that. I like to plan. You know, there's a way of having control over something, like not having something pop up in this last second and impulsively doing it, than paralyzing yourself and having all of these options and not doing anything. I'm not talking about something pops up and you're like, oh, I don't know, I need to think about that for a second, as opposed to I have all of these options in front of me, or you know, it's too much. It's too much. Like, calm down a little bit. Like, I feel like even when you try to calm down, you're like, okay, I gotta calm down. Like, I don't know how someone can get more worked up meditating, but I feel like you do. For, like, I don't understand that. But that's the kind of vibe I'm getting. Like, I don't know, you need to find a way somehow to ground yourself and get out of your head. Like, meditating, you literally are supposed to do nothing, and I think you're worried that you're not doing it right, when you can't do it wrong. Like, I must be doing something wrong. I don't like no, you're not doing anything wrong. Just be. All right, let's clarify this a little bit. See, even the 6 of air, even the, you know, sailing away to calmer waters, yeah, it's referencing the water that you need, but being an air sign, I think you're up in your head, up in the clouds. All right, tell me about this 6 of air. Please. High Priestess. Trying to like take in everything. You're trying to listen to your intuition. You're trying to notice everything and figure out your best course of action. You're trying to take in all the knowledge. Like I said, I feel like there's more to this life. You know, and all I can say to somebody who feels that way is you're probably right. Oh, okay. What's on your mind? So, you know, bringing in the future, but what else is on your mind is the Empress, which is like mother energy. You know, the Fool, right before you're about to start a new journey. And the Devil is, I feel like in this case, it's kind of like your fears and the things that society and maybe your parents and maybe, you know, how whomever, I feel like these are all things you think you're supposed to achieve and have, and I think you do, and I think it's a problem. Empress, man or woman, you know that. I feel like you feel like you have responsibilities that you're having a hard time justifying putting on the back burner, or you're not used to not having the responsibilities yet. And I'm also getting like you kind of feel like you fit into this like role, and you feel like stupid for wanting to kind of like get out of that, you know, because it's, again, it's the Devil, your inner saboteur, so to speak, taking the Fool as a, you know, quote literal fool. So these are all the things that's on your mind. Like, am I stupid to want to do this? Like, I have all these things. I have these things I have to take care of that I'm able to take care of right now. So this is what's going through your mind as you're like deciding whether or not to start on this new journey. Which, again, the Seven of Water, don't do this for too long, because that's what's causing the confusion. What's the Three of Earth? What's causing this? I think that's what this is. No, why is it on your mind? Yeah, what's the root of all this? Why? Why is this on Collective's mind so heavy? I can't even. So the Three of Wands on the Three of Earth. And this was, where was it? Yeah, right here. Three of Fire. So again, that's linking. So all of this is on your mind because you're wondering about your future. And like I said about this, like building your craft and everything. Yeah. Here we go with the cards. Tell me about the world. Tell me about the conflict. Why is the world, the universe, the conflict, the perspective? This is a perspective also. I think this being also perspective is one of the words I saw describing it when I was reading the other one. I think it's something happened to make you have, like I said, something is different that made you have this perspective and start focusing on this, like stuff you want to do. I don't know what happened. Some change of event, some change of lifestyle, something made you really, really, really want to pursue something. Three of Swords. Perceived heartache. Yeah, you're very cautious. You're very careful. You're very, like, I don't want to do this because I'm afraid. Just in case this messes up this. Like, you don't want to break the glass around the rose. You have your rose in the glass. What about... what's creating the conflict? And it's you needing to, you know, do this. Like, you can't ignore this. What's creating it is because you're questioning your worth. Ace of Swords. You know, okay, so yeah, what's causing the conflict is there's a perceived heartache. You're afraid to change this beautiful world you've created, but you have this calling and you have this gift of enlightenment that you've been given. Like, hello, Glunk. Yes, you're supposed to do this. Like, hello, a new way of thinking, a new perspective. Possibly this is being called an awakening. Like, it's like Spirit's trying to get your attention by making you restless, to make you move and do something. You're not going to feel better until you do something. What's the best course of action for a solution? Do something. Course of action for the solution, please. Ace of Cups, Seven of Swords. I think this is indicating, in order to fill your cup that you're after, you need to seek the truth within yourself. I think you need to be truthful with yourself. You know, and there are things that you need to heal, and it's part of your grounding and part of your confidence and part of your, you know, self-worth. That those are the things that are bothering you. In order to kind of work through that, the things I think you should touch on is like, why, for instance, possibly maybe you're triggered for some reason when someone else gets recognition, like, but you don't. It makes you feel bad, even though it has nothing to do with you. Like, it's a completely different thing. You didn't even do the thing that they're doing. But because they're getting recognition, you're like, well, why didn't I get recognition for this? And it's like, well, So I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But you're, even though I feel like because you handle so many different things and you're very meticulous and have everything put together and everything is just so to the fact that you don't want to mess it up. That you, again, just like in the pre-shuffle, you come across like you have it put together. You come across confident. You come across intelligent because you are, and you know what you're talking about, and that's part of your masking, I think, of really your self inadequacies. So when someone is perceived as to being liked more than you or something like that, you're like, but why? I'm perfect. Right? Where does that come from? Where does that come from? It has nothing to do with you. So, like something like that. I can't explain what I'm thinking of, but something like it's something of like not saying like purposely or vindictively or anything like that, but I feel like you get this certain feeling when someone else gets like rewarded for something maybe you perceive as unfair or something like that, but it really has nothing to do with you. Like, where is that coming from? Like, you don't feel like you're good enough for some reason, but it shows up like across the board because you're not letting out in the proper place. Like, wherever you don't feel, whatever you think is not your strong suit, because you're not paying attention to it, it's coming out everywhere. And that makes, when you're like that, and you don't even realize it makes people kind of like sour, right? It makes you almost sour because it's just like, ugh. Like, that's how you must feel, like sour. What's some advice? Yeah, listen to your guidance, flow with the water. And this is telling me you need to work on loving yourself before you take any steps to doing anything. I think that's what your missing cup is you. Because until you love yourself, you're never going to think you're good enough to take a chance and do something you really want. You're always going to be afraid to mess up whatever you have because maybe you don't think that you can get it back or whatever, subconsciously in the back of your mind. So yeah, I think you need to work on your self-worth for whatever reason. Possible outcome. Don't worry about anything else but working on your child wound. Go back to when you're going to sleep and things come up and you don't want to think about it and you push it down. Think of them. Work through it. Be friends with them. Make friends with your demons. Learn their names so they can't hurt you anymore. Nine of Pentacles, yep. Walking away and finding, taking time out, taking a pause, walking away or pausing this chaos, I feel, within you and taking a minute, work on loving yourself, and that will bring you to that independence. That feeling of independence and self-worth. That you have to, only you can do this. only you can work on yourself. No one else is going to be able to give you this validation. No matter how many, if you get awards, if you get gifts, if you get money, if you get prizes, clearly, because you already have everything that another person might kill for. That's what I'm seeing. And that's why you feel guilty, because I think you know that. But you can't help if your heart and your passion is something that wants to come out, like creatively. That's not a word. Creativity and your spirituality and all of these things, and even if it's not to do with that type of feeling, like, you can't help it. You know, it's not bad to want to do things for yourself and express yourself and go after your dreams. It's not. And I think you have to realize that it's okay. You know, maybe you did that at one time and then your life was like off the rails and it didn't turn right until you went down this path with 3 kids, a dog in the house, and the whatever, you know. And you're like, well, it messed up before, and clearly this is what I'm supposed to do, because ever since I did this, my life has been fine. Well, no, if your life is vanilla and cookie cutter, you do everything step by step by the rules, of course it's going to be fine. If you never take a chance, you're never going to fill your heart, though. Message from your future self. Seven of Pentacles. Don't take too much time with the 7 of Water. Don't take too much time. Again, trying to get all the details of everything before you take, you know, a step for something. It's going to take time to grow. Decide what you want to do and plant your seeds and tend to them. And they will start growing. I'm also seeing, don't overanalyze every little thing. Don't keep taking the seeds out and checking them, right? While they're trying to grow, because it's just gonna make it take longer. You gotta let it sit. Bottom of this deck, 8 of Cups. Go after what your heart wants, please. Think about it and then do it. Alright, I want to get as many of these that want to come out, I guess. The little oracles. The little oracles. Yeah, I'm gonna read oracles. Let's get into oracles. I just have songs in my head all the time, just so you guys know. You say one word and I'll just start singing a song off that word and just live a normal life, so just so you know. As I get more used to this, I find myself doing it more, so. Alright. Let me just a little last tidbit, please, if you don't mind, Spirit. The collective. You need to get out of your head, you need to ground yourself, you need to figure out why you think everybody else's dreams and goals and ambitions and ideas and everything is worth more than yours. And why you can't slow down enough to take time and tend to your own dreams, maybe the way you do to others. And what made you so afraid to step out of the box? Again, I feel like you're perceived in a very different way, but I feel like inside, I think you do a good job of acting the way you think you should, or wish you did, or hopefully if you do, you'll find the way you're supposed to go, or something like that. I don't know what it is, but your outward appearance and your inward feelings don't match. They don't match. It's like, I don't want to say a mask, because I don't think you're fake, but it's like an emotional mask. Full moon. Completion. I think part of it might be that you're not ready to give up whatever part of your life has naturally come to an end that has given you the space to think about the future in a way maybe you never have. I think you don't know what's going to be there when the sun comes up. You know, again, I feel like you've had life changes, or you're going through life changes that are shaking up the bee's nest and making you look at a whole bunch of different aspects in different ways. And you just are uncertain, and I think it's driving you crazy. And I think you're looking for that one thing that you can hang on to that will give you a sense of control. But you don't know what it is. But then, you know, your passionate side is also looking for that one thing that's going to let you feel free. So I feel like you have a very conflicted, emotional argument happening within you. All right. Well, I have to get ready for Thanksgiving. I'm leaving in about an hour, so I hope you all have a beautiful day. I hope whomever this was for, this will help you gain enlightenment, that you are worth it. Your goals and dreams are worth it. Just try to ground yourself and quiet your mind a little bit. And you're not doing it wrong. Alright, like and subscribe if you're feeling my vibe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Okie dokie. Woohoo. Yes and no. Oh, my stomach's gonna growl, I think. I'm sorry. You know what I've been obsessed with is, oh, I'm sorry if you heard that. This is ginger and lemon tea with honey, and I put blueberries in this one. Oh my god, I can't get enough. I guess it's not really a bad thing to not get enough, alright? Please understand my coffee is sitting right next to it. Alright, I'm going to cleanse this a little bit before we start. It's like almost 9:30. I'm fine. I'm going to leave here about 11:30, I think. We're going to my sissies. Yay! I can't wait to see my niece after her first bit of college. My little niece. I can't believe these kids are like grown. I'm like, alright guys. Time to get a house with an in-law apartment for your mom. Yeah, right. With everything, we should just all move in together, me and my kids. I'm sure they both love that. Well, one's already home still, but I don't know how a almost 30-year-old and her boyfriend would want to live with me. But hey, you never know. Thank you, Spirit. Let's get some lovely messages for my collective on this beautiful, it is a beautiful day out, Thanksgiving. Oh, I show you my thanks and my gratitude every day for my beautiful life and my healthy children and my, great opportunities and, great workplace and friends and coworkers and patients, and like I really couldn't ask for anything else. Maybe to win the lottery or something. But as far as like my baseline, everything is awesome. I can't complain about anything. I have nothing to complain about. Money, it comes and goes. I'm waiting for it to come. It's coming. It's coming. It keeps coming more and more as the years go on. So I've never gone without. It's been a struggle sometimes, but I've always had what I've needed, even if it wasn't what I want. And I just have faith in that. So I'm very grateful to have peace in my heart. I'm sure my mom is around, my dad's around, and this was like our family holiday. This was the favorite. My mother loved Christmas though. My mother really loved Christmas, but this was like, my birthday. And Thanksgiving's one of those holidays. There's no like gift giving, there's no pressure, there's no, anything like that. It's just a good day. It was a good day. My mother, it was such a good day. Every time. Love her. That's all she wanted was a good day. All right. So, guys, whoever's here to help me with this message, because the pre-shuffle was pretty clear and awesome, welcome. All right. So first, what I think I'll do is we'll go through the months. First, we'll make sure we have contact. Thank you, Spirit, and whoever is here to guide me. Can you please show me, if you're here, show me what yes is. Yeah, yes is usually a circle. Okay, thank you. Can you show me no? Okay, thank you. All right, Spirit, I'm going to start with the month of December, and if there's anything collective should know for the upcoming year about any of the months, just let me know. Thank you. Maybe know something in January. Yeah, definitely May. So I thought it was maybe a little residual in June. So September is saying no, where May was like a yes. So maybe September might be a little negativity. So there's a little rumble in February. May seems positive. September seems maybe a little negative. And then the month, like June has a residual, and October had a little residual. So you might want to pay attention to that. I'm so sorry. My stomach is growling. Anything significant about the elements? Also, if you would please think of a question for the end that you want a yes or no answer for, because that's what the other cards are for. Dancing a little bit. I'll take that a yes for water, which was interesting given the other water sign. In sun or star, let's see. All right, we'll do zodiacs. We'll start with now. We'll start with Sagittarius. I would say Libra. And Scorpio. Libra and Scorpio. Maybe my cusp. Maybe, I don't know. So Libra, Scorpio, water sign. Well, not water sign, water element, which coincides. Okay. Any phase of the moon that may be significant. So I feel like that would be like a half. And right before the full moon. And then as it's getting towards the new moon. Okay. Letters. M. A little rumple on the S. R. B. I'm going to pause it for just 1 second. Okay. I just had to acknowledge my daughter got up and let her know I was recording. Alright, so let's see. Any days, weeks, months, years, blah, blah, blah. So what do we get from letters? M, R, and V. Alright, let's see if there's any numbers here. Nine. So 9 months from now is what? September. May maybe someone's pregnant with a Libra. It would have to be the end of September. Weird. Alright. And then we'll check the chakras and then we'll be done and move on to the reading. Thank you, Spirit. A little something there. That makes sense. Your solar plexus, your power, your purpose, confidence. So your bottom three, that makes sense. That makes sense. Your bottom three we're showing something. Everybody works on this, right? Everybody works on this. Everyone wants to be higher to source. Everybody wants insight and intuition. Everyone wants to learn to use their voice. And everybody wants to heal their heart. These fall by the wayside. It has to flow both ways for it to work. You can't have a clog somewhere, even if it was one. It's clogging the flow, right? Think of it that way. You have to like open the pipe. Okay, so now everybody, think about your yes or no question, please. Spirit, please give my collective the guidance we need. Whatever answer is on their heart, please, sorry, whatever question is on their heart, please, let's give them the answer, at least to this one. No. The answer is no. That's what I was trying to see. Thank you for your guidance, allowing me to use this tool to receive it. Thank you. This will be closed for now.